Learnscape started in 2013 as a way for Hollis & Miller to give back to the community and the schools that we work with on a regular basis. This year, the Learnscape was given to the Liberty Public School District, and the site that was chosen was the South Valley and Discovery School campus. The Liberty Learnscape was different this year for Hollis & Miller because, one, we were designing for a middle school demographic, and two, there were two schools that we were able to give back to with one Learnscape.
So both of our schools are on the same campus, and when thinking about the design for the Learnscape project, we wanted to make sure there was enough space for both of our buildings to potentially be out there at the same time.
The flexibility was great of everyone at Hollis & Miller and the emerging professionals probably having to work very differently than they anticipated when this project first got underway, when they were starting it very much before COVID was even a thing.
By it being a space that could fit 2, if not 3 classes, with the movement that we have at South Valley for this next year, with a lot of that collaborative movement and motion, it's going to be great to get more students out. We don't have many spaces within the building that can have everybody in one learning space at one point in time.
When we first started talking about Learnscape, I really wasn't sure what it was going to be like. There were some examples that Hollis & Miller was able to point us to that they had done previously. This was their first middle school project, and I think that when we were spitballing as a group of administrators and teachers and instructional coaches, we were kind of thinking of a space that was much more static. And as we got into conversations with Hollis & Miller, especially the emerging professionals who were great at asking questions, it became a much more dynamic process that was designed to be more flexible for teacher and student use.
Straight out of school, it's pretty terrifying to come to an architecture firm and they say, hey, let's design this thing together. You know, there's not many times where you see something go from drawings to reality. And this is one of those instances, rare instances as a student, where they get to do that. With the age group that we're dealing with, really had to think about how do we prepare students for the future at this stage in their life. And one way to do that is really an open space outdoors where they can collaborate together like they would in the professional setting, maybe later on in college, and also making spaces that are work surfaces or whatnot very flexible so we can fit multiple students in the environment, or just a few with a teacher to really engage in that collaboration.
The district was looking for something that was really active for their students, and when we were first going into it, we thought that meant how can we get the kids moving, so whether that was like running and jumping jacks and push-ups, and after learning a little bit more about kind of just active learning that they could do, it became more about just them getting up and getting out of the classroom.
I think that being able to learn outside is a change, and I think that kids need variety and variation in their day, from being inside sitting at desks or working in flexible spaces inside, that the ability of kids to be outside and enjoy the weather on beautiful days in Missouri is phenomenal, and it's a change. And every once in a while your mind just needs a little bit of extra something, and that the Learnscape will definitely provide that change for kids.